Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. How are you?
What's going on?
What's going on? We got a lot to discuss today on the big show, CJ.
Wow.
First time.
I hope we can get it all in.
First time for everything, right? That's what you're thinking?
I hope 2 hours is enough.
I'm literally just over a week away from heading to Vegas for the big DEMA show. I got to get out there a couple days early. And we have contacted our vendors, and we have some big announcements today when it comes to all the prizes that we're going to have to give away. And it's going to be something special. Who is making all that racket? What is that? I just brought up the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad, and I hear a bunch of hissing noises. Jerry the Diver Guy, Bubble Boy, who's smoking on a cigar.
Today. Yeah. I'm
Is
on
that
the back
you?
porch, so,
Oh,
yeah.
That's what it is. It's outdoor ambiance. You hear that, CJ?
Yeah.
What is that?
Almost
is it,
like an ocean, and it's just the weed, the leaves blowing and the trees behind me.
Just the weed. I mean the leaves.
Yes.
That's
He's blowing on a cigar in his
It's not green.
backyard, and yeah, it's kind of breezy and gusty in Orlando today. So Bubble Boy is providing ambiance to the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad.
Yeah, don't I always, Greg?
Yeah. And,
Well,
kind of.
ish.
When it comes to
I'm
dumbing down
sorry,
the show, we
ambivalence.
got the best
I
of
always
the
bring
best.
ambivalence.
Yeah.
Well, he's in his Florida room.
Right, Vinny Two Tanks. You know, I don't know. Is that adding ambience or does that just sound annoying?
It's kind of distracting.
It is. It's a little distracting.
You know what a Florida room is, right?
Well, yeah.
All my rooms are Florida rooms.
Exactly.
How
That's
dare
what-
you?
Come on, Vinny Two Tanks. What do you mean?
It's a back porch.
Right.
Well, yes. A lot of older homes in Florida had what was called a Florida porch or a Florida room that was decorated, very famous.
It's very famous. I don't
Kind
know.
of fading out, but some people still have them.
Yeah, I don't know. To me,
I have heard of it, but I just call it a back porch.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Essentially, that's what it was.
It doesn't really sound like ocean sound. I guess you could.
It sounds like a heat pump running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like an air AC compressor.
It's just the breeze in Bubble Boy's backyard that's creating that kind of.
You would say the Florida room is where you can find Jimmy J.J. Walker.
Okay.
What?
He's dynamite.
No. Let's ask him what the hell he's talking about.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
You don't remember Florida from
Oh
Good Times?
God,
Come on.
that was the mother's name. The
Oh,
character.
really?
Yeah,
Her
okay.
name was Florida?
I just got that reference.
Okay.
Only like 50 years old.
All right. Well, while Bubble Boy sucks on his cancer sticks, we'll have to figure out what to do about that. I think you're going to have to mute your mic there, Bubble Boy, because
Yeah,
it's
I
just
will.
too much.
Yeah.
There you go. See, we need to have total silence so
Much better.
we can concentrate on the words of Jerry the Diver Guy. If you have any distractions whatsoever, you won't understand a word he says, even though he's speaking English.
Hey,
So,
I'm sober today.
well, for now,
Well, that'll be a fun show.
exactly.
It's always a fun show with me.
Well, of course it is.
What do you have, a
Maybe I can try
colonoscopy
some-
tomorrow or something?
Yeah, actually, I got a favor to ask of Jerry the Diver Guy. I really do. All right, be quiet, Bubble Boy. Kill your mic. What are you killing me with this thing, man?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Just
Yeah,
trying to
turn it off. Turn it off. See, we run a professional operation here. Well, no, I totally lied, didn't I?
Well, that helped. That
Yeah,
got rid of it.
That does. Just keep your mic off till we talk to you, Bubble Boy, because I can't handle that. Can you, CJ? CJ's in the studio with me. And for you and me, it's much more annoying than it is for other folks, I think. Or maybe
who's to say? Who's to say?
Or I'm just more sensitive. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. All right. So
I can block things out, and I
can
do
you?
it.
You can filter out that annoying hiss.
If I'm at a restaurant, and they're playing some crappy music.
Yeah.
In the background, I don't even notice it until someone goes, "Hey, what about this?" And I'm like, I didn't even hear it until you said that.
Right. Well, you can see all this nonsense on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch today, and we apologize in advance for it. But you'll see why Bubble Boy is making so much racket. He's outside, and it's just windy today once again. So
I put it on auto adjust microphone volume to suppress background noise. Is that any better?
That helps a little, but not enough. Turn it off.
No, that's good.
No, not enough. Sorry. Just turn it off. Just mute your mic, and then when you
it
will,
is better though.
You will speak when you've been spoken to. How about that?
Why are you so?
Why am I so demanding?
You look delighted.
It's just a power thing, man. I just feel very powerful today. Actually, I am going to lean on the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad today, specifically Jerry the Diver guy, because he will be in Vegas with me as part of the crew for our DEMA presentations and things that we're going to be doing with all the prizes. I'll get to that in just a bit. But we're preparing, to, pull out all the big guns since it's been almost 2 years since we've been able to get together as a dive industry for this event in Las Vegas in the middle of November. So Jerry, has some indirect ties to Las Vegas. For those of you who don't know, Jerry the Diver's guy's name actually is Jerry Presley, and he claims to be the cousin of the king. And
Elvis.
I haven't seen.
You're talking about Elvis Presley.
Yeah, Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. And this is true, right? You're not just hosing us.
For you kids out there, he was a big star.
Yes, I am.
You are you're hosing us?
No.
You're not
I
hosing
am
us.
kin to Elvis.
You're right.
Oh,
Okay.
he's kin.
He's kin. Yeah.
Family.
So Jerry is actually
his name is Ken
of Elvis Presley. So where has Elvis been all these years? Oh yeah, you thought he died in what, the 70s, 80s?
77, I think, wasn't it?
Or maybe he's alive and kicking and retired in Vegas eating peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Something like that. And if anybody would know, Jerry would know.
Jerry would,
because he's Elvis's cousin. So I was like, hey, I kind of went back and I started thinking about all this stuff, and I know you can't say legally he is under a gag order.
Have you ever met Priscilla?
Yeah. What do you think, Jerry?
I can't say.
I didn't think.
That
I
means
didn't think
no.
So. But Elvis could still be out there, and I was thinking, hey, you really want to come back with a bang to the DEMA show? Maybe we could.
What about Lisa Marie?
No, I want the king. I want the real guy. Jerry, can you make a call and see if we can get your cousin to help us out with our festivities at the DEMA show here in a week or two? What do you think?
I'll make a few phone calls.
Make some calls? All right. I think it could happen.
Going to cost you.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if he's dead or alive. I don't, I don't
He's
really,
around.
You think he's around? Maybe is he around spiritually? I mean, you've been haunted.
All I will say is he's around.
Okay, see? We covered this on Scuba Radio a few weeks ago where Jerry the Diver guy was seeing floating orbs, or I would like to say bubbles, when it comes to diving, at his house. And
I saw it on the video.
Yeah,
anybody can see it.
It's up there at ScubaRadio.com. We have the security camera footage.
I wouldn't believe it, but I saw it.
And I thought, well, maybe it's it's a relative, a long lost relative. That's what our psychic said a few weeks ago. And then maybe
she said a lot of things.
If Elvis has indeed crossed over, maybe you could reach out through your floating orbs or bubbles or whatever, Jerry, and
we can always get a golden poltergeist to show up.
I don't even know what that means, and I don't think we really want to know, do we?
I know.
Okay.
You know, too.
Award-winning author Eric Douglas.
Oh, interesting.
Shh.
Remember that gag order. So
cut out make.
Anyway, I don't know, Jerry. I was thinking maybe you could pull in some favors from your family tree and help us out at the Dima show. So you'll make some calls. You'll reach out to the great beyond, whatever it takes.
I will make a couple phone calls.
All right.
See what I can come up with.
Okay.
He'll call some long old disconnected numbers and get the number you have called is no longer in service.
It's like, do you know Jerry Presley? And they're like, who's asking?
They'll probably say, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then we'll say, not really know him. We just kind of aware of him. And then they'll hang up. That's my guess. But we're going to try anyway. So we're going to pull out the big guns for the Dima show. And now you know. And we got more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hello, this is Koji. I'm a diver, originally from the land of the rising sun. But now, America, my home. You are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Run! It's Godzilla!
Now, here is someone considered by many to be the Godzilla of diving. Greg the Dive Master, coming Tokyo.
Wow, that's impressive stuff right there when you can pull out the big guns like Koji. And he calls me like a monster, like the king of the monsters, Godzilla. God bless him. All right, yeah, and you know, it's because we've done this show for so long. We do have a little pull. Jerry the Diver Guy, you know, he's related to Elvis. I mean, it's kind of bizarre when you think about this, but his last name is Presley. And I asked him to, you know, see if he could pull in a favor and help us do something special in Las Vegas for the Dima show. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. Let's just go to the phones. So what is this? What? E? He just goes by E. Has dialed up 888-88-SCUBA. Hi, E. You are on Scuba Radio. Welcome. What can we do for you? Hello?
Hey, ma'am. This is Greg the Dive Master.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Who is this?
This is Elvis Presley.
Is Elvis Presley? Really? You did? Jerry, you made a call that quick? That is impressive. That is a true friend of the show. Well, Elvis, thank you for being on the show.
No problem, man. Anything from my little cousin Gerald.
Gerald, that's what you call him, Gerald?
Little Gerald.
Little Gerald.
Just a little baby.
Okay, little
Just
Gerald,
a little baby, and
the diver guy.
We used to do a sleepover at his mama's house one day. And this boy, I'll tell you what, this boy used to hump them pillows like no tomorrow.
Interesting. I don't know what that means, but
he'd get all worked up and just grab that pillow and just get to humping.
Really? Jerry, any comment on that, or you choose to plead the fifth?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, that's probably a good
He would
plan.
just hump himself silly,
Yeah.
and we had to turn the hose on him.
Okay. Well, look, Elvis, we're going to come to
He's
Vegas.
a freaky little man.
We're going to come to Vegas here in a week or so. I was wondering if maybe you'd do some announcements for us for Scuba Radio, being you're the king and.
Well, you never know, man. You never know. But I'll tell you one thing. I was working on a new song.
A new song?
I don't know if y'all might like to hear a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Are you kidding? And by the way, are you alive? Are you calling from heaven? Where the hell are you?
Well, I can't really say.
Okay, all right.
Who's
Fair
to
enough.
say? All
right. I just wondered if those floating orbs at Jerry the Diver Guy's house was actually you, a distant relative from.
Oh man, you know what that
from
was?
the great beyond. What?
That's a little embarrassing. I might have had a little gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
It was. You're
They
saying
were out.
those floating orbs were gas from the great beyond, from the king.
Sometime, I let her rip and.
But that's how you communicate with Jerry the Diver Guy. Your ancestors.
No wonder
or,
the house stunk when I got back.
And you thought that was just
There you
you,
go.
huh? Okay.
Yep.
You know what happened, man? You ate too many of them peanut butter nana sandwiches.
Yeah, they get to you.
Get a little bloated. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I understood. Okay. Well, I thought they were bubbles, floating bubbles, but now that we know, it was even worse. Okay, go ahead. Hit us with your song. Maybe we'll play this at the Demon Show.
New
Yeah.
song that I was working on right now.
Yeah.
Me and the band. It's called Bubbles.
Bubbles. Okay. Hit me. What do you got?
Blowing bubbles.
Oh, wow.
Blowing bubbles.
Okay. All right, Kel. I'll tell you what, that was pretty impressive and
Thank you. Thank you very much.
slightly annoying. But we appreciate you helping us. But we can count you in to help us out in Vegas for the Dima show, correct?
We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I'm gonna try to be there.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Elvis, thanks for listening.
One thing I do want to know though before I commit.
Yeah. What's that?
Is there gonna be any mermaids?
Of course. We got Mermaid Kristen's going to be on hand. Why? What would you do with a mermaid?
Oh man, I like them smoking hot hunk of burning mermaid.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, good thing she's not here because she'll probably cancel her trip right then and there. But Elvis, thank you for checking in from the other side, and we're going to let you get back to, gassing Jerry the Diver Guy's house.
All right, man. Take care of business.
All right.
See you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. There you go. All right. So now we know what we have planned for the Dima show, and everybody can avoid it like the plague.
I apologize for that, people. I didn't know that he still had gas.
Yeah. Well, it happens. Peanut butter and banana sandwiches, they're tasty. Throw a little honey on there, and they'll fill you up. They're good and healthy. They're full of protein.
I don't know if I buy that.
What do you mean?
Has that been independently verified?
What about peanut butter and banana sandwiches?
No, have you screened that? Who? That could be anybody.
What? Elvis?
Somebody claiming to be
Yeah,
Elvis.
that was him.
No, see, Jerry would know. It's his cousin. He would recognize him.
Sent a text out just a little bit ago. Right after you said that.
Yeah, how hard can it be? Jerry
Pretty
the Diver
hard.
Guy knows
He's been
people.
gone forever.
Yeah, but
he's been presumed dead.
That whole haunting episode with Jerry, a month or two ago now makes total sense, doesn't it?
Well, the FBI, the CIA, all those people do wonders.
I don't know what that means.
Do wonders?
Wait, what are you rambling
they can
about?
Hide you. They can hide you.
Okay, why would they hide you? What? What
if
you mean?
You're Elvis, they can put you somewhere.
I'm thinking
out of public view.
I'm not sure. I think that was the haunting Elvis. I don't think it was. I think he was from the other side.
You think you just talked to the undead?
Well, he likes mermaid tales.
Well, who doesn't? Come on.
Has to be him.
Yeah. Mermaids are the universal language, both for the living and the dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And anyway, so there you go. You can, once again, avoid this whole thing like the plague at the Dima show, or now you've been warned, or you might find it mildly amusing.
I mean, don't get people disappointed when he doesn't show up.
Well, I think...
Don't build it up so people
there's
will
not
think.
no guarantee that he'll be there.
He won't be there in person because he's dead. It's going to be, we may smell him.
Oh, so you think that was his ghost?
I think that was a call from the other side. I really do.
Okay, I didn't know they could make phone calls. But...
Oh yeah. They communicate through electronics. CJ, don't you watch any of those ghost shows?
No, those are all bull.
No, that's not true.
Pucky.
It's the same thing with Jerry's security cam footage of the floating orbs, or now we know, floating fart bubbles from
Methane.
Elvis.
Elvis was farting.
They were floating fart bubbles from the ghost of Elvis.
So you're saying a ghost
trying to
was
communicate with his kin.
A ghost was farting under Jerry's house.
Well,
that's what you're saying.
Well, I mean, bubbles are going to go, they're going to float. So they're going to rise.
Bubbles are going to go up.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It makes total sense to me. I mean,
I'm the only skeptic. Everyone else just totally fine.
No, I mean, okay. Vinny's like, yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I totally understand. I believe it. Bubble Boy's like, I don't give a rat's ass.
Bubble was like, I'm not allowed to turn my mic on.
Exactly.
I would agree with you, CJ, but...
Yeah. And Kristen has canceled all her Vegas plans. All right, more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to Nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We got Jerry the Diver Guy, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks making up the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad today. We missed, what happened to Barry? What happened to Barry the Bugger? I thought he was going to be with us today, and he bailed.
I don't know about Barry, but Elvis has left the building.
Yep. I think you are correct. I don't think he was in the building. I still think he was a gaseous entity. So I think that's who we communicated with.
Gaseous clay.
Maybe he's playing with the iguanas.
What, with Barry? At Barry's house?
Well, yeah, he's always got iguanas around his house.
All right.
I thought that was a euphemism for something.
Yeah, I honestly, I think Vinny is sniffing the fumes from his rotted pumpkin behind him on the video.
I don't know. It looks pretty good. I don't think it looks
I'm keeping
rotten.
that. You said it. I'm going to keep that for. It's going to be there forever.
It's going to rot and create a black mold type fungus that is going to invade his brain cells or brain cell.
He's going to be overtaken by the fruit flies.
Possibly.
We'll see.
Right. But he'll probably be okay, at least through DEMA, because he'll be there in Vegas. You look at. Are you excited, Vinny, about the possibility of Elvis helping us out at the DEMA show this year?
Yes.
I mean,
of course. Unfortunately, I have to work the booth again, but I'll try to stop by.
Well, yeah. I mean, if the King stops in to help out the Scuba Radio crew, open up the DEMA show, it's going to be a pretty big deal. I think
so.
It will. Yeah. It'll turn.
You'll make headlines.
We'll make something.
That'll go viral.
We'll make a lot of people's lists.
Make a lot of gas.
Okay, if you say so. He's your cousin.
That'd bring a lot of attention to DEMA if that happened.
Yeah. I mean, Jerry the Diver Guy and Elvis evidently share the DNA and digestive issues.
Jerry the pillow humper. Apparently.
Yeah, what's that all
According
about?
to whoever that was.
But it runs in the genes.
Okay.
Ew.
That's disgusting. I think they call that diarrhea.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network. You're listening to Scuba Radio. 20 years.
Make that 24 now.
And still sucking.
Suck.
On air.
Hey, come on. Cut sting.
You can hear it on Scuba Radio, the world's first scuba diving show. From Captain Ron to Jock Cousteau, they all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know.
You ever think about that? I didn't know.
If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Can you tell we're having a little bit more fun than we probably should? I think it's,
all at my expense.
Well, as it should be, right? I mean, that's why Jerry is here is to amuse us.
Sweet and innocent, Greg.
Yeah, okay. I don't think sweet's the right word.
Sour and guilty.
Right. Rank and ridiculous. But regardless, I think it's, I'm just feeling the energy for the upcoming DEMA show. I'm
You're
really
excited. You're pumped.
I am. I'm very happy to be heading out and, pressing the flesh once again, finally, for the first time in the dive industry and catching up with all our dive industry friends in Vegas. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, I've said this the last few weeks, and it really has come to fruition this week with all the prizes that we have secured for the DEMA show from our sponsors, from our Scuba Radio sponsors. It is going to be an impressive list of stuff to give away each morning
There's
before
gonna be
the
some
show opens.
really happy people.
Oh, my gosh. They have no idea. The fact that you might experience a visit from the other side from the King himself is just icing on the cake, because we have stuff, from the Bahamas. We have stuff from, like trips and things like that. We're going to have our happy hour with them on Wednesday, 4 to 6. And I hear there's rumors of free beer.
You know what I think you might want to do, Greg?
Yeah. What's
To
that?
entice the ghost of the spirit of Elvis Presley to show up.
Right.
You might want to just leave a handful of Percocet out.
Yeah, there's, we could
Just to
probably
draw
arrange
it
that.
in.
Yeah, we may need some of that to kind of, it's been so long since we've had to do a DEMA show. Your feet tend to hurt after a couple of days of walking the show floor.
Well, you take your fins off.
Oh, that's it. That's probably.
Oh, but they may have the big massaging chairs, Greg.
Yeah, we'll probably have to take a shot at that.
Misogynistic chairs?
Yeah, they have those. Yeah, sometimes. But yeah,
they work wonders on your feet.
Right. But
and your nether regions.
But we have a happy hour event with the Bahamas, as we always do. That's coming back for Wednesday 4 to 6 at the DEMA show in Las Vegas. Also, we'll be opening the show each day at 10 a.m. And between like 9:30 and 10, we'll be up there on stage awarding all these cool prizes. Now, Bonaire Tourism Board is working with us. They're giving us some really, really nice trips to give away. I mean, like week-long dive adventures. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars each day and trips and stuff from Bonaire. We have a shearwater dive computer, the Peregrine dive computer to give away. We have a scuba jet dive package to give away. All these, we're talking thousands of dollars. And let's see, I think, what am I forgetting?
This ain't Cracker Jacks, folks.
No, I mean, let's see.
Big time.
Explore Ventures. We're going to have our liveaboard trips to give away. So,
Unreal.
I mean, it really is nuts how much stuff we have to do this year as far as awarding all these prizes before people go into the show floor and they open it up at 10 a.m.
Scuba Radio bringing the heat.
That's right. Part of this
Coming
is because
strong.
of, it's been 2 years since we've been able to, get out there and do this with everybody again. And the other part of this is that Scuba Radio will be celebrating 25 years on the air in 2022.
Wow.
So this is the way to kind of kick off the celebration. Thanks to our Scuba Radio sponsors. It's really going to be an impressive thing. So
it's
if you are
really old dog.
What is he?
It's like a really old dog, Greg, 24 years old.
Okay. It's our silver anniversary. Right? Isn't that
or
right?
as Walt would call it, too old.
Oh, I don't think that's true. But look, you got to be there at the show to win this stuff, and you got to be there early, right before 10 o'clock. So if you're coming to the DEMA show in Las Vegas, what is that? The November 15th is Tuesday. It's Tuesday through Friday that week in Las Vegas at the convention center. Make sure you are not late. If you are late, you're going to be, the people that win all these prizes and stuff are going to be prancing around the show floor, and they're going to be doing things like
Suck it, losers.
Yeah, in harmony and the whole thing. It's pretty impressive
You will
stuff.
be sick.
Yeah, because they're going to be, riding high on a trip to Bonaire or, a liveaboard trip with Explore Ventures we got tons of stuff, and of course shirts and hats and all kinds of cool things. Matter of fact, we've been talking about how we're going to give away all these prizes. We talked about the Dives Masked Singer idea. We kind of worked that up a little bit last week on the show. And I started thinking, gosh, it's going to be a lot of work. And
language.
What?
Easy with the language.
Yes, exactly.
You said gosh.
Oh, I thought you work. Oh, that's a 4-letter word.
Yeah,
Can't
what?
say that. But yeah, that's one idea. We may still execute that program. But the other one that I've been kind of holding in my back pocket, and I think because we have so many different prizes to give away, it's time to bring out Dive or No Dive.
Dive.
Huh?
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, like Deal or No Deal. They have a bunch of those slot machines, from the TV show out there in Vegas. And we may incorporate that into our opening ceremonies because I have these little Nanook cases. And so we'll have people like Jerry the Diver Guy. We won't have all the fancy models like they have from the TV show, but we'll have people like Vinny Two Tanks and Jerry the Diver Guy.
Me, the good-looking one.
Just
so
ask him.
Vinny is what he's saying. And so if you pick the person, with their box, and they got to show you what's in their box. So, we'll have Vinny, we'll have Jerry, we'll have Kristen. Show us what's in your box. And then, if it's a prize, it might be a trip to Bonaire. It might be it might be a scuba jet. It might be something really, or it might be you get the box and a date with Jerry the Diver Guy. Or more.
If she's hot and single, I'll do the date.
Okay, so Jerry wants all the guys. That's what I heard, right?
All the girls.
Now, see the people that they have to pick you. It's not the other way around, Jerry.
All right, all the beautiful listeners out there that are female, pick me.
But but we won't have the banker, but they'll have me, and I'll be the guy to say, okay, look, I have a dive package to the Bahamas to give away for you. This thing has like a $500, value with Stewart Cove, saying in the Bahamas, right? You can take that prize, or you can take the box that Jerry the Diver Guy is holding, and whatever is inside that box, and then I'll say dive or no dive.
What would the dive be? Dive would be the...
Would it be like the Stewart Cove thing?
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be a Terra computer in that box.
No, it'd be a Peregrine, actually. But yeah.
The no dive would be the box.
Well, yeah. You dive or no dive. You're going to take my dive or you're not. And then you're going to have to take a box. Pick a box. Pick a ScubaRadio Scuba Squad member holding a Nanook protective case, which may have one of these big monster prizes in it.
A year's supply of turtle wax.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if that's one of the prizes. We haven't had them as a sponsor of Scuba Radio, have we?
Maybe just get a 110.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible that we could rope them in at the last minute, but there could be some things. But but I think we have so many prizes, we're going to have to do it like that. You think? That's a good idea.
I
like the
that.
idea.
Yeah, it's much simpler too.
One case of perforated ears for CJ.
Okay.
Stop it.
We will have to have some booby prizes. So because not everybody can be a winner, we will have to have some losers, won't we?
Yes.
So what would be the booby prize? Do you have any suggestions, CJ?
For the what?
The booby prize. Like
somebody,
a zoink,
like
zoink.
Wow.
A consolation prize?
No, like just they lost. They picked the wrong box. They picked the wrong.
Right. That's what the same thing as a consolation prize. Yes, Vinny.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be a consolation prize because it'd be something pretty crappy.
Would it be a booby prize?
Yeah,
it might be like
consolation prize.
Well, let's say like Jerry the Diver Guy's holding the box and there's nothing in it except the essence of Elvis from the Great Beyond.
Like a bag of Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Just add water.
The essence. And here, take a whiff of that. Yeah? No?
I want to hear rah, rah.
Okay.
Every single time someone loses.
All right, we'll see if we can make it happen.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Outside of these cities in Bolivia, there's a whole lot of, well, not much. But there is one site that dominates this otherwise dusty landscape. Lake Titicaca. What are you, 12 years old? That's the name of the lake, okay? That's its name. Lake Titicaca.
Lake Titicaca, won't you come out and play? Lake Titicaca, taking all your cares away. Lake Titicaca, won't you come out and play? Me say Lake Titicaca, you know you don't wanna stay. Oh.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Yeah, you know, I believe that's Bubble Boy's favorite song.
Look at him.
You should have seen him.
No doubt.
To it.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
He was enjoying
doing a happy
that.
dance.
There actually has been some news in that part of the world when it comes to diving that lake.
Residents of Lake Titicaca are petitioning for a name change to Lake Booby Doo Doo to become less crude.
Wow.
Other names up for adoption are Breast Dump, Chest Waste, Jug Turd, and of course, Double D's skid marks.
Wow. I mean, that's the latest headlines from that part of the world, and we try to cover that as much as we can.
Wow.
And
That may be a Scuba Radio exclusive.
I don't think so.
I
think
haven't seen that anywhere else.
You can
so
find
that's
that right there on the web, I believe.
Yeah, right.
It's out
Sure.
there. It's news. It's news.
Oh, crap.
News you can't use. Something like that, right?
News that make you snooze.
Maybe.
Or amuse.
Yeah, I love the names, but I don't know, Lake Titicaca, it's hard to top that. Why would you even consider changing the name?
I like Breast Dump.
Yeah, that's a little odd. Anyway, on some more serious stuff, we're going to be talking to the Shearwater Diver of the Week in hour 2. Are you ready for that?
Oh, God, yes.
You're saying it can't happen soon
I was
enough.
born ready.
Yeah. What, Jerry? What are you rambling about?
I held up Shearwater. I've got their shirt on today, Greg.
Okay.
That's great, Jerry.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for showing that on a radio show.
You're welcome.
But you can see it on Facebook Live, and YouTube, and Twitch, and you've been warned. So if you choose to go watch us, we're covered, and that's purely for legal reasons. This is why we say that. Okay, so
Lake Titicaca, Lake Titicaca.
Okay,
sorry. Go ahead.
The Platinum Award winners, which they'll be getting their award at the DEMA show, is Force Blue for the Diving Community Champion Award. We said that last week. And what we didn't expound on, and maybe you can show this again, is that Scuba Radio won it. The last time we had a DEMA show, there it is. You can see this on Facebook Live. CJ's holding up the plaque for the world to see. And but ForceBlueTeam.org is going to get it this year, and congratulations to them. We're going to have to go to the DEMA meeting and pass the torch, I guess, is what we do. I don't know if I have any kind of duties that I have to do when it comes to
no, Greg, you just
the
had to sit and smile.
God, that's a nice plaque.
It is. Vinny, you never saw that from last time?
Oh, I didn't catch a glimpse of it last year.
Oh, well, way to pay attention. But yeah, that's the thing. We actually got a plaque. Scuba Radio won the Diving Community Champion Award for 2019.
I'm surprised this is not up on your wall somewhere.
That says something about quality.
It does. Like, what, the lack thereof? Or what do you mean, Vinny?
I left that open-ended.
Okay,
so
all right. Yes.
Usually we don't hear about Greg's plaque unless Dr. Doug is on the show.
Yeah. Dr. Doug is not a dentist, for the record.
He's talking about the other plaque.
Oh, the ones in your arteries?
The deadly plaque.
Yeah, that's right. But they took care of that with the whole monkey heart
in.
transplant. Yeah. But anyway, congratulations to Force Blue. We'll be out there celebrating with them, and it's well deserved. for them. That's good to see. But yeah, we're gonna have to go out and support them. You know, what are you laughing at, CJ?
What? Nothing.
You're giggling.
Nothing, sir.
Like a schoolgirl. What is the deal? And what the hell was that?
That was a baboon.
I don't know what that was.
Baboons.
It was a baboon.
A red-butted baboon? I don't think that is accurate. But look, the DEMA, if you can't tell, we're kind of giddy. No, I mean, you're not going. Or have you changed your mind? Or might you pop out there at the last minute? Now that you know Elvis is going to be there with us.
Definitely not.
Oh.
You said that like he's going to give birth or something, Greg. You going to pop out?
I know. He has a weird way of phrasing things sometimes.
What, Jerry?
No, Greg.
No,
I talk English. Hello.
Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. CJ's going to pop right out there.
Oh, he could. I mean, just like he could. Maybe he could, I
don't want to say because then I'll, scare
I think
some
he's
people
saving
away.
up for Louisiana.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Vinny? What do you?
You're going to be at DEMA in New Orleans, something? New Orleans.
Well, that's 2023.
We got to go to Orlando first.
Yeah, 2022, the DEMA show will be in Orlando, and then 2023, it will go back to New Orleans.
I don't want to say I'm coming out because I think if I say I'm not coming out, more people will show up.
Okay. Look, if you want to come out, we're not going to hold it against you.
No, I know. I know I can. I'm just trying to maximize the
wait.
attendees.
You're talking about Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, you'll be all right. Just come on.
Okay.
All right.
Ringing endorsement.
I think you should make an appearance. When one of Jerry the Diver guys floating Elvis orbs.
I'll be there in spirit.
See? Yeah. He knew what I meant. All right, look, that's hour 2. I swear it's going to get better. Hang in there. Huh?
That was hour 1.
No, I said coming up is hour 2.
I thought you said that was
no, hour 2 is coming up. Hour 1, and it's only going to get better. Yeah.
Great.
Stick around. We got more coming up.
If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We have a Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web, made up of Jerry the Diver Guy, Bubble Boy, and Vinny Two Tanks at the moment. But first, before we get to the rest of the crew, we got to bring on our Shearwater Diver of the Week, brought to you by the Shearwater Peregrine. Embark on your adventure. He happens to be Captain Cocktail. Some know him also as Jeff Terode from South Florida Diving Headquarters. Jeff, how are you, buddy? What's going on?
Good. I'm not sure which award I just won.
Yes, you're the Shearwater Diver.
What is that?
You're the Shearwater Diver of the Week. Embark on your adventure. And, it's a title. So congratulations.
Does cash come with that or not?
Well, you would think like a Peregrine dive computer from Shearwater.
Oh, I'll take that.
Sorry.
That'd be awesome.
Well, but you were nice enough to give it up as a prize at the DEMA show.
Yes.
So we're giving one away at the DEMA show, and thanks to you because you're the Shearwater Diver of the Week, and you're just a giving individual. So
the giver of the week also.
That's right, the giver of the week. Yeah. So congratulations. Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. So there you go. So last week we were planning to have Jeff on because he was down there at South Florida Diving Headquarters in Pompano doing some Halloween dives, and he was too busy dressing up and stuff like that, and we missed the window. So we're kind of a week behind, but that's fine. Tell us how your Halloween dives went down there in Pompano last week, there, Jeff.
It went great, except the fact that I wasn't on the boat. Unfortunately,
you were a ghost.
I had to stay behind because some mechanical issues on one of our dinner boats, so I didn't get to see the whole thing. But I did see them all show up. We had a big turnout.
Yeah,
some great costumes, and they did the pumpkin carving underwater as well. It was, usually in October you don't know what kind of weather you're going to get, but this year it was spectacular.
It worked out all right.
Calm. Sunny, so it went really well.
Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. So you did the underwater pumpkin carving, so let's talk about that first. I get this question all the time. When they do this, do the pumpkins float? And they do, don't they, or do they?
Well, we have them prep them ahead of time. What we do is they're allowed to cut a hole in the top, remove all the seeds and everything.
All the guts.
And they're allowed to actually draw on them first. They can't cut anything until they get underwater. So when it's opened up like that, it's not near as buoyant as you would think.
All right, but it's still buoyant. You gotta kind of hold it down some way or another.
Yeah. Well, everybody usually takes a weight, like a 2-pound weight or something, puts in it. But usually you're holding on to it underwater. So anyway, while you're cutting it.
All right.
So it's usually not an issue.
Well, so Vinny Two Tanks still has a pumpkin that you can see on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch, and he's painted. He has his ready to dive and carve, but I'm not sure how the hell you're going to be able to carve that one, Vinny. If you could see this, Jeff, trust me, you'd be going. We're gonna have to have a special boat for this boy. This something seriously wrong with this guy.
Tow him in the dinghy behind the boat.
I mean, what were
we totally want a raft behind the boat.
Exactly. So, did you have any, what were the designs like? What were they doing? Was there any kind of scuba-themed or dive-themed pumpkin carving going on, or are they just making your typical Halloween-type, designs on their pumpkin faces?
Pretty much Halloween designs, but the... it's not easy to carve underwater, obviously.
Well, I've never done it. Why?
To get intricate with it underwater, but they did a great job. I know one of them did like a turtle design, kind of with the pumpkin being the shell of the turtle, and they used part of the top, and they pinned it on like a nose for the turtle or the head for the turtle. So that was pretty cool.
Okay. All right. So some of them were getting creative. I mean, was it were you guys judging, or was it a timed kind of thing, or what?
No, we judged afterwards. Captain Dave and I forget who the other judge was. There was 2 judges.
Yeah.
And they judged it once we got back.
Okay. All right. And then once you do this, you bring the pumpkins back and you smash them against all the people that lost. Do you throw the pumpkins at the losers, or?
That's only on Scuba Radio.
Yeah. I mean,
these are customers of his, Greg.
You You have
the
a pumpkin.
Pumpkins were donated to the dumpster.
Oh, yeah, a pumpkin
that.
drop. That's what you should do after this. You should have a pumpkin drop.
Oh, I want to know,
drop.
Greg.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good idea next year.
Heck yeah. Hello.
Like you go over to the hotel to the top floor and then drop them off, right?
Right. And aim for the dumpster. Why not?
Drop the pumpkins off at the pool.
Hey.
Or drop them. No,
You might
drop them
be
from a
onto
helicopter.
something, Greg.
Maybe.
You might be onto something there.
Jerry the diver
we got
guy.
another team dive coming up too. We got December 4th is the Santa dive, where Santa dives with everybody underwater.
And then you take him up to the top deck and throw him off the roof and see if he lands in the dumpster.
You can throw him off the roof. No, we just drag him back.
Okay.
And then, of course, the Winterfest boat parade is the 11th, 10th, and the 11th. So
okay, yeah, right.
Anybody looking to come down in December as well, we got all that going on.
Right. Yeah, the festivities are beginning. Yeah, is there any, you doing a Thanksgiving dive? I mean, we're not far from that either,
We dive on Thanksgiving Day, but only the morning dive. And everybody's off, so they can go home with their families and have Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving. Come on, Jeff.
Thanksgiving, that's what I said.
They go turkey bowling right after that.
Turkey bowling. That's got to be Larry the Cable Guy over there.
Yeah, well, it'd be Jerry.
He wishes.
Jerry the diver
Jerry the Cable Guy. Well, that's right. Hey, by the way, Jerry, my neighbor has picked up some of your culinary skills. He does some of that same thing that you do. And he's pretty good at it, so next time you're down, you have to try some.
What is that? Cooking up what?
Buddy?
What are you talking about? Cooking crack? What do you mean?
Opens a can of candles.
Are you allowed to say it on radio?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Be careful. He's got his own form of spring water. Greg.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, yeah, you can say anything.
Spice spring water. That's it.
Uh-huh. All right. So he's just getting his spirits produced for the holiday.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, that's
there we go.
When they're not
you
diving.
got on, Greg.
Yeah.
Took you a little while.
Yeah, well, I'm a little slow sometimes.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah.
He was
I mean,
born that way.
But the diving's been good down there in South Florida the last few months, Halloween, all through the holidays. You guys are cranking right now, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. The weather's been holding so good.
Yeah.
And usually, this time of the year, September, October, it's it can be dicey, but it's been fantastic. To be honest with you.
Well, there you go.
A little gnarly today. It rained most of the day, morning, but it cleared up for the afternoon. So
Right. Yeah.
come on down.
When you get into October, November in Florida, it gets unpredictable, I think is the right word.
Yeah.
You just don't know what the weather might throw at us.
How is it in December? Because that's when I'm coming down.
December, it's awesome. If you're coming from up north and there's snow on the ground.
You need to be there during the boat parade, though.
Yeah, with the boat parade, you could do that. You could do the Santa dive. And basically Santa.
No. If I go into Florida, I'm going to South Coast Florida diving.
Well, no, but they have a Santa dive, Vinny.
Yeah.
We said this earlier. You got to pay attention.
You get to sit on Captain Cocktail's lap.
No, Santa is your dive buddy. Isn't that right, Jeff?
You ain't sitting on my lap, that's for sure. Yeah, it's Santa dive. This guy's a real Santa. He does a lot of events.
Yeah.
And he's got one he takes underwater, and he's got a natural beard. He doesn't need one. He's got the big white beard. So it's pretty cool. The pictures you can have, put them on your Christmas card.
All right. So you go underwater and you sit on his lap, take a picture of the whole thing.
He only lets the girls sit on his lap.
Uh-huh.
The guys have to stand next to him.
Well, see, Vinny, you still have a shot.
He's kind of like our Santa.
Yeah. So that's right.
Bad Santa?
No, the drunken Santa.
Drunken Santa. That's what I mean.
Yeah. We have that one, but we don't allow him to dive. Yeah, he's got to prepare for all these holiday dives that he has coming up.
Come on, Captain Cocktail. I need somebody to drink with.
Well, there might be a few other folks. Well, because they won't be diving; they'll just be talking about diving and stuff in Vegas. But yeah, down there in South Florida, it's good to hear diving is great.
I'm not allowed in Vegas anymore. Remember the last time?
Well, he is Captain Cocktail, and when you bring Captain Cocktail and Liquor Boy together, bad things happen.
Yeah,
someone's going to jail.
I'm going to stay away from Vegas.
Someone's going to jail is usually what happens. And we have our limits, even here, believe it or not. SouthFloridaDiving.com. Go there and connect with Jeff and his gang in Pompano. We got more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We got ocean sound effects behind us, thanks to Bubble Boy. Sometimes. There it is. Whatever. Okay. So anyway, got a story.
Close the window.
Yeah, he's just providing ambiance. It's the wind blowing, but it sounds like the ocean waves. Kind of creates some ambiance, but he's making too much racket, so we told him to mute his microphone when he's not doing that. But regardless, we have... Okay, that's enough. That's enough. No more. There's a story that kind of explains a fish behavior that I came across this week that I've seen many, many times on my dives around the world that I wanted to see if you guys have seen this too. Now, when you see a shark, when you're diving, whether it's on like a shark feeding dive or just if they're cruising around, a lot of times you'll see those little fish, schooling around their nose. You know what I'm talking about, right, CJ?
Yeah.
And, and you kind of wonder, especially, what are they doing there? Aren't they like playing with fire? I mean, wouldn't it be easy for the shark to just go and just, take a quick little snack, but they don't. They have some kind of symbiotic relationship, evidently, with these little fish.
Hey, you went to high school biology.
I did. And, and basically what they say is the little fish will eat the scraps of what the shark is munching on. And so they'll kind of follow, just beyond the teeth.
Teeth cleaners.
Well, I don't know if they clean the teeth, but they do pick up the extras. When a shark munches down on something, the shark doesn't seem to mind it and lets them live because they're too small, I guess, for them to, bother. But there's another thing that they do sometimes too, is that they'll, these little fish that'll follow around a shark. I've seen this happen where the one shark will come close to another shark and try to get him to take his little fish away from him. Have you seen this, CJ?
No.
What about you, Jerry? Have you seen that?
No.
It happens. I'm not making it up. This is a thing.
So he's a fish stealer?
Correct. Because sometimes, think about it. If you're a shark, you're probably annoyed that these guys are following you around sometimes.
Damn you!
Yeah,
you stole my fish.
You kind of block them out, but they'll sometimes on purpose they'll swim close to another shark, just hey, take my fish, and they'll tag you're it, I've seen that behavior in the water, but I've always wondered, why are they doing this other than, okay, maybe they're annoyed. Who knows what it is, what kind of relationship they have. But there's some scientists that put out a study on these fish that follow these sharks around and said the other thing that they are doing, which I have not seen this, but this is the question for you guys, maybe you have, is that they actually use the shark's skin to rub off parasites. Now, if you've ever felt a shark,
I get that.
They do have this kind of like sandpapery type feel. It's actually a bunch, you look at a shark, you think it's just a smooth, silky, thing.
Yep.
But it feels like sandpaper, and it's because their skin's made up of all these tiny, slivers of scales and things. And it's actually fairly abrasive, like sandpaper. So
you go against the grain, it'll scratch you, man.
Well, maybe I haven't rubbed a shark that much to know, but I've felt them and I know what they're saying, and they're saying that this behavior has been seen all around the world. It's very common, and that these little fish that follow sharks around are actually using them to rub off their parasites.
Like a loofah sponge.
Yeah, like a spa treatment. That's exactly how they called it. Described it.
It's not like the remores. That's what they're doing.
What do you mean the remoras?
Yeah,
the remoras are sucker fish. Yeah, they're sucking on things.
They're cleaning. They're cleaning too.
Well,
they are, Greg. One time you and me and CJ went diving, and we came up, and CJ had a remora on his tank.
I did.
It was cleaning his tank.
Right. But, they kind of suck stuff off of, things, fungus and algae and
I thought
stuff
they
like
just
that.
caught all the fish scraps also.
Well, I mean, maybe. That might be part of it, too. I don't know. But for sure.
They'll leave a nasty hickey on you.
But, yeah, exactly. They could. But the thing is, these spa treatment fish, I mean, that's how they described it. It's like, hey, they use the skin of the sharks to kind of exfoliate their body. So this is news to you too, then.
Yeah,
I
never heard that.
I've seen this. I think maybe I'm not positive, but I didn't put two and two together to think that's what it was. But they've studied it, and they said that's what is going on, is that the fish are using the skin of the shark to exfoliate.
Okay.
And so next time you see a shark, and your pores are clogged, you may look at a shark a different way than before. Hey,
look, sandpaper.
That's a swimming loofah. Maybe I ought to take advantage of it.
Yeah, especially if you're sunburned.
I'm just saying, feel free to, take that nugget of knowledge and use it accordingly.
Do not take any of this advice.
Well, why not?
Because it could be dangerous.
Well, it could be, but we won't know until you try it.
Trying to keep you out of legal trouble.
Hey. We have a disclaimer that says the views expressed on Scuba Radio are those exclusively from a crazy, idiot, insane individual or a multiple group of nut jobs.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're covered. So,
don't we have Larry the lawyer on staff?
Larry the lawyer? Who would that be? I don't know what
character Vinny just created.
I think
we
so.
got Larry. we got Barry, the text person.
Okay. We got a couple of them now. Couple of new characters we have to develop here on Scuba Radio.
And you got Jimmy the retard.
Oh, that's real nice.
That's not appropriate. That's not politically correct.
There we go. There's your next letter.
Jeez. Yeah, Bubble Boy, you pushed us over the line. He's going to be the first one that we're going to test this theory of a spa treatment with the skin of a shark. We're going to have him rub his buttocks up against a great white and see if it makes it look like that of a
to show him I mean no harm.
Little baby boy. Yeah. Is that it?
Wow.
More coming up. Stay
Might get violated.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than ScubaRadio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
All right, Crockett is dialed up, 888-88-SCUBA. Crockett, you're on the air. What's going on, man? How you doing?
How you doing, Greg? How you doing?
Good. What can we do for you?
I called in reference to what you guys were just talking about the sharks getting their
spot treatment from rubbing up against sharks for to exfoliate their skin. Have you seen that? You work in an aquarium, right?
Yeah, I've never. There's no scavengers in the aquarium that could serve that purpose. But when I was in Fiji at Matavai Eco Resort, I saw a nurse shark there, and she was just kind of sitting on the bottom, and the little fishies were cleaning and going there, swimming in her mouth and coming out by her gill slits.
Wow. Have you ever sucked the algae off a turtle shell?
Not recently.
Not recently. Okay.
Put you down for a no.
All right. There we go. All right, well, Crockett. Well, thanks for that. See, I'm not alone. I appreciate you backing me up, and you have a great day. Okay, buddy?
You too, buddy.
All right. There you go. See, I wasn't just making this stuff up. That's what you guys were thinking, wasn't it?
DJ, that was funny.
Oh,
DJ,
thank you.
DJ, you're hilarious.
Is that Larry the lawyer?
I think so. You got the endorsement of Larry the lawyer. Oh, golly. It's been one of them shows.
I always wanted to ask somebody that.
I didn't mean to heap more work on you, CJ.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
not at all.
What would you like to ask him?
I wanted to ask him if he's ever sucked the algae off a turtle.
Well, he answered that he didn't.
He said
think
not
so.
Recently.
Not
which
recently.
does imply that he has done it at some point.
Well, I mean, there's certain things you want to kind of keep to yourself, probably.
It's probably good for you.
Yeah, well, it could be. It'd be another. I mean, it might be kind of like a spot treatment thing. I don't know.
Pretty sure.
I thought it cut the monotony in the conversation.
It's probably it probably has good fiber if you suck that stuff off, doesn't it?
No, man. I wouldn't phrase it like that
Could
again.
help
If you
with the
don't mind.
COVID.
Oh, golly. More coming up.
Hi, my name is Lisette, and I will be your bartender at Titico Bar in Seba. Come on and see me. But until then, keep listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. And now, here is a one sexy man, Ray, the dive master.
There you go. There you go. He only took 3 drinks and 2 tequila shots.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Mr. Sexy Man, Greg the Dive Master. And I believe we're going to be giving away a liveaboard trip to Saba at DEMA in Las Vegas. I believe that'll happen on day 1, Tuesday morning, right before the show opens. Somebody's going to win a very cool prize from Explorer Ventures for just showing up a little bit early, right before 10 o'clock each day. Make sure you're there. And, we'll see. So Bubble Boy is providing ambiance to the show again. That's what that racket is.
He opened the window.
Yeah.
He farted.
Excuse me? I think that would
You're
sound
welcome.
totally different.
You're very welcome.
Details.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, killed that. All right, so look, I mean, whether it's a spa treatment for fish or do you like the idea of going deeper than any diver has gone before? You like that idea or no? What do you think, Jerry? I'm asking you.
Whatever.
Well, there's some divers that we know. They use rebreathers, and Dr. Doug Ebersol knows these guys because they work with KISS, not the band, but the rebreather company, KISS.
Right.
And they they went down to 450 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah. Down some kind of cave.
That's some Neil Watson depth there.
It was like a river dive. The Roaring River divers pushed past 450 feet, set a record for Missouri. So I guess that's a deep water record in Missouri.
Is it Missouri or Missouri?
Yes.
Is that next to Wyoming?
Could be.
Didn't Neil do like 420 feet or something insane like that?
437 feet on air. Now, these guys are using rebreathers. This is a totally different animal.
Right.
Than what he did.
I understand, but
but that's deep.
And 6 people are no longer with us.
Well, yeah, trying to break Neil's record, right? That was before, people knew better.
Think about that, guys. What a record that is.
What do you mean? What, Neil's or these
Neil's
guys?
record is pretty amazing.
Well, of course, he did that record back in the 70s. Well, they don't even recognize it anymore because.
I know, but even if they did,
it's too dangerous.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you can go that deep on like some kind of mixed gas setup or trimix or whatever, helium, God knows whatever. I mean, they're breaking new records like that all the time with different types of technology. But back then, all he had was air to dive with, and that's what made it tricky because
it shows you how tough he is.
Well, yeah,
6 guys didn't make it.
Yeah, and because air becomes toxic at depth, beyond the recreational limits of 130, 140 feet.
Right.
It actually can become toxic if you're trying to breathe that stuff at a certain depth, and you'll narc out and forget that I have to breathe. Oh, I forget how to do that.
Oh, look at the little fishies.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. But yeah, that's why he's the dive god, and the rest of us are not.
So how many divers?
Well, I think it was a buddy team or two. Mike Young is the guy from KISS Rebreathers. He's a big tech guy.
So
I've talked to him a couple times.
They went past 450 feet.
Yeah, they're exploring some kind of river cave system or something. And I don't know if they didn't even realize how deep it went, and they're trying to find the bottom, and maybe it has surprised them that it's deeper than 450 feet, and they're evidently planning more dives.
Now that's a rebreather thing, so I don't understand all that. But how slow would you have to ascend? If you were that deep, wouldn't you have to have a couple of stops?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, with the rebreather technology,
I would think that would be a matter of running out of time to stay down and ascend so slowly.
We're getting in the weeds of technical diving stuff. This is way beyond what we deal with on Scuba Radio generally. But is it technically possible? Yeah. I mean, with rebreather technology, you're basically wearing. One way to describe it is kind of you're wearing a nitrox blender on your back. So it is mixing the ultimate mix or the most conductive, mixture of nitrogen and oxygen and whatever other gases to the depth that you're at. And it's constantly changing that to maximize the time you're allowed to be underwater and how deep you can go and that kind of thing. It's
wow.
It's kind of technical. It's way, way more, you don't do this lightly. This is like flying an airplane if you get into this stuff. And Mike and those guys from KISS, you hear Dr. Doug talk about all the stuff he does too. It's hardcore. I mean, you got to really be dedicated to what you're doing or you can get yourself into serious trouble. But if you want to make the commitment and learn it and take the proper training and all that kind of stuff, is it possible? Of course. Yeah, you could do it. You could absolutely do it. And the technology is there. Think about astronauts. They're basically doing the same thing in the opposite direction in space. Okay? They're diving a rebreather. Does that make sense?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they got to circulate their own oxygen. So it's it's the same thing.
And they also pee in their suits.
I don't know if they do or not. I've never checked, but I'm guessing there could be a reservoir.
Wow. Mr. French fancy guy.
Hey.
A reservoir.
Yeah, that's right. And these rebreather divers, same thing.
Pay bag. We call them pay bags.
Yeah, 450 feet underwater. Trust me, shrinkage is going to be an issue. And you're going to be wearing dry suits and things like that is my guess. It's freezing cold down there. So they would have a bladder or some kind of valve or something. I haven't really, explored that whole thing other than I've done a couple, dry suit dives, but I haven't used the...
Was that a lake? Was it a river? What
river.
was the deal?
There's some river, lake type of
Good
thing.
Lord, that's deep.
Yeah, I it's kind of crazy when you think...
Did you know they had places that deep in Missouri?
No,
I didn't.
I'm not sure they did either, and that's what they were going to explore. Vinny, what do you think?
Did the inside of your suit get wet?
What if you were?
If you
dry
suit dive.
Well, it was.
You were talking about what you do if something happens. I was just wondering if your suit got wet.
Well, you have a reservoir for your, stuff that you excrete.
Oh, that's right, the reservoir. Okay.
Yeah, or a valve or something. I don't know. I don't know, Jerry.
Some
have
of
you
them
done? Yeah.
Some of them have relief valves.
Right. And so, there's some kind of contraption you hook to your nether regions, and then when you're ready to, let go, you push a button or something. I don't know, or sucks it right out of there. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't done it. Jerry, you've done this though, right? In the privacy of your bedroom,
I've never peed in a dry suit.
Oh, you're a liar.
I've never peed in my wetsuit.
Wait a minute.
Today.
Nope.
That's right. Yeah, they say there's only two types of divers: those who pee in their wetsuit and those who lie about it.
Let me tell you, when you have rental gear.
Yeah.
And
no, wait, hold on. I understand.
I wouldn't do a rental suit.
No, wait, look, I've said this on the show before. I do not do this. I do not pee in my wetsuit.
So you're a liar.
No, I've done it before.
You just said there's two types.
No,
of
I've
people.
done it. I've done it before, but as I progressed in
now
my
you
diving,
don't anymore.
No way. I just don't do it. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. But did I do it in my first beginning classes and things? Oh, heck yeah. That was a very special pool session for my dive buddies.
What made you stop?
I just
when
started
did
thinking,
you stop? What year did you stop?
Oh, I don't know. It was pretty quick after, you learn to dive and it's like, yeah, I don't really want to do this.
Like 1952.
Yeah, it was right a little bit after that. But yeah, I just didn't.
You leave that wetsuit in the back of a car in Florida, and it
true.
It tends to
get a little
have
ripe
an aroma.
Yes,
to it.
It does.
So no, I do not pee in my wetsuit.
Wow.
Never.
He's very adamant about that.
Yeah. Well,
does anybody believe him?
Well, you learn.
Show of hands.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I'm just telling you the truth.
Well,
it is.
And before I go diving, I always, I hit the head. I go.
And have you peed in anybody else's wetsuit, Jerry?
No.
That's
right. I won't wear nobody else's wetsuit because of that reason.
Because you peed in their wetsuit?
Washing machine.
Because I'm afraid they peed in it.
I don't know if that's true or not. Jerry, has his issues.
You know what kind of germaphobe I am anyway, Greg. So,
well, okay, there's that. But
I didn't know
that. He has a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's spring
water.
water.
As Greg walking around with the hand sanitizer.
What?
Scuba Radio. Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today. Or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the party.
We're gonna have some fun without a dive. At the party, scuba party. Now don't stay behind, don't get left out. At the party, scuba party. Now the scuba party is here and it's here to stay. At the party, scuba party. If you want some fun, that's the only way. At the party, scuba party. We're gonna dive in and swim all about, move around just like the top. Now at the party, a big party.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. Jerry the Diver Guy, Bubble Boy, and Vinny Two Tanks make up the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad today. It's going to be a party in just over a week in Las Vegas for the Big Demo show. Now, we're going to be doing a broadcast from the show floor that we'll record during the week. The show goes on between Tuesday and Friday that week of November, and we're going to record a bunch of stuff with folks there at the event and kind of give you a little taste behind the curtain of what the trade show is all about and how excited people are going to be after not being able to get together for literally like 2 years. It's going to be fun. But before we do that, we got another show we're going to do next week, and then we'll have the Dema show. So that'll be 2 weeks from today. You'll hear about it if you're not there with us in the flesh, face to face.
If you're there with us, come check us out.
But this week, I'm actually doing some, planning for even the future past Dema, the big Germany show, the Boot Show.
Boot Show
in Germany is coming up in January. And they're having a press conference that I'm going to be participating in this week. And I'll have a full report for you potentially next Saturday.
We need to go to that, Greg.
Well, I'm going. I don't know about you, but I'm planning on it. Get me some Wiener Schnitzel. Is that what it is?
Schnitzel.
That's what I said.
Schnitzel.
N, not a W.
So Wiener Schnitzel is
Schnitzel.
Christ.
We're going to have some of that. And, a bunch of beer, I think, is what they do, right?
If you look down,
Wiener
you'll see your Switzer.
Schnitzel. Yeah. And we're going to do that, but during this press conference, they're going to have a presentation from Dive Dubai. Dive Deep Dubai.
Is that the pool?
Correct. The new attraction in Dubai where it's like the world's largest, pool, I guess, and like free divers are using it, scuba divers.
It's the world's deepest.
Isn't that what I said?
I wasn't listening.
Okay.
No.
But what did I say then, Jerry?
You said Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah.
You said Schwitzel.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's the deepest pool, and divers and free divers are using it. It's in I think it's in one of the hotels. I don't know. or it's its own facility. I'm not sure.
How deep is it? It's almost 200. Is that it? Like
it's
196 or something.
Something nutty like that. Yeah. But I know the guy who's like the dive manager of the of Dive Dubai. It's
sure you do.
No, we've had him on Scuba Radio before. He works with GUE out of High Springs, Florida, generally. But yeah, it's Jared Zablonsky. I think I got his name right,
knows?
Jared. It's Jared for sure. But anyway, I haven't talked to him in a long time. I did reach out to him on email, and as soon as he gets back to the States, because evidently he's commuting back and forth from Dubai and Florida now because he has taken on this position to be the dive manager of the world's deepest pool.
He'll delete your email as soon as he gets back.
Yeah.
Oh, God, there's another email from Greg.
Yeah. But he's part of this press thing that they're doing with the boot show this week that I'm going to participate in, so I might get a little update on what, is going on. But
are you going to go visit the pool? How far away is Dubai from Germany?
I won't do it from Germany, no.
A quarter of the way around the other side of the world.
Yeah, it's. I would if I did that, I'd go to Dubai as a separate trip. We actually had a layover in Dubai on the way to the Maldives with Explorer Ventures years ago. That's a good stop if you want to do that little trek.
But Explorer has a Red Sea boat now, so you could go take that boat and then.
And go to Egypt, yes.
Now, this pool, can you just go make an appointment and dive in it?
Yeah, it's. I assume so. Yeah, it's like an attraction. And Dubai is kind of like it's like Las Vegas without the booze and without the shows. It's very glitzy, and they have all these massive, facilities and hotels and things like that. It's very glitzy. But
but they're dry. They don't have any alcohol. They don't.
Yeah, they don't have alcohol. They don't have
nothing.
They don't really have shows or gambling. Yeah, all the good stuff.
How are you supposed to numb yourself?
How do you numb yourself?
With sand.
Yeah, it's hotter than hell there if you go at the wrong time of year, like I did once. So it's okay. It's interesting to walk around and see. Because, they have like the world's largest mall. They got a massive aquarium in the mall. I mean, it's nuts, the stuff they have there for sure. But it's, to each his own kind of thing. It's all man-made stuff. But like this deep pool, I mean, they have snow skiing in Dubai. So,
it's in the mall.
They have parking lots that park the car for you.
They have parking lots that park the car for you?
Pull in and it's automated and it just parks your car.
Really? Just like grabs the car and moves it around somewhere?
Yep.
On some kind of track? That would be freaky. Yeah, they got all kinds of wacky stuff. And evidently now they got the world's deepest pool. So if you want to go to the driest place on the planet for the world's deepest pool, you can do that.
Oh, the irony.
Isn't that weird? But they got it. It's kind of cool. It'd be fun to go there and mark that one off the list. They got the cool things underwater, games.
I just want to go to the boot show.
Okay, or we can do that too.
I'll put my boot in your ass.
Hey, now. That'd be
old Greg.
Okay. All right. I don't know how
That got wild.
Yeah, that was nuts, Vinny. Come on.
What a weird wow.
Good thing time's up. We got to wrap it up.
Thank God. Thank you, Jesus.
Until next week, remember, it's always better. Where, gang?
Down.
Where
it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.